Why can he never stay faithful to one girl?
Well, that's the giveaway right there, girl. A black man wants a woman. He doesn't want a girl. And maybe that's why her man's not faithful to her. If she grow up and become a woman, he could be faithful to her. But that's back in the day, in Africa in the beginning, when the white man went over there and saw the black man naked with his 12 wives, because black men are used to having a lot of women. He saw us with, 12 wives, and so he ran back to America and made a law that if you marry more than one person, I think they call it bigamy, and you have to break it down, bigger than me.
Can I ask you to move your chair for me a little bit? Just back a little bit.
Okay.
And so square it off at the desk, if you don't mind. No, the other way, so the arm is up against the desk. Yeah, like you. And back a little bit. Cool, thank you. Still speeding.
Okay, set?
Yep.
Here we go, Paul.
I just want to know, why do black men only make the right pimps? Why are black men only suitable to be pimps?
That's already very funny. Black men are suitable to be pimps? Well, you should ask the white woman. I mean, that's the question to ask the white woman, because he seems to be doing a lot of pimping with the white lady. So the question's kind of reversed. But the biggest pimp I've ever known was a white pimp, and he drove a Volkswagen. And he was pimping everybody. I think you guys call it the president.
Happy thoughts. Here we go, okay.
Why we black people like to smoke so much weed? Can you tell me why?
Well, I have a question for that nigga. Well, where are your teeth, nigga? Because that's funny. When I see black people with no teeth, it cracks me up. But I think black people like to smoke weed because they're so depressed about not working. So they just get a blunt and try to get high and forget. But it's very sad because most people that I know that smoke weed, I don't do drugs, most of that I know, they forget a lot. And I love that commercial on marijuana that used to be on, when they came out and said, about your memory? Said, I smoke it and I don't forget. And then what was I talking about? That's some funny stuff. I guess it all depends on what kind of herb you speak. I mean, I'm not into any kind of drugs, so I don't have an answer for that. I think black people just like to party. They have that in their blood. And sometimes they can go overboard, and it's real sad. And don't ask me about drugs. Ask Whitney and Bobby. Don't ask me.
Okay, 10 black guys jump. Here we go.
Can black guys jump high?
That's kind of a trick question. I thought it was, what's the movie? White Men Jump? White men can, what was it? When white men can't jump? What was it? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But I always said that I thought they don't have to because they own the teams. They let the black people jump. Yeah, black people can jump high. You got to jump. Got to do something when you're running from the police.
Okay. Well, this is the walk, why you walk like this. Here we go.
I ask you, why you walk like this? Huh? Almost all you black guy, why?
Why do you?
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on.
That's all good.
I'm sorry.
Well,
This is for me, don't do anything here.
walk like this, huh? Almost all you black guy, why?
Okay, here we go.
I ask you, why you walk like this, huh? Almost all you black guy, why?
I want to ask the question, why do you have all these people with these deep accents? Why you act like you learn anything from 9/11? I want to see his passport. Damn the question. I mean, where is he from? Why do you walk like, no, that's too much for me. Black people walk like that because we have style, we got flavor, we got rhythm. I mean, the black man in America is the most copied man on this planet. bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question? The Colonel's a nigga now. The Colonel's a nigga now. He didn't know so much chicken, he's a nigga now. Cal Channon just admitted she was a nigga. The rest of them need to break down and admit it too.
Give us two more. Yeah.
I will.
Okay, that's Stephen King. He ends on The Undertakers. Okay, here we go.
Like, black people want to go to black dentists, and do black people want to get buried by black undertakers?
That's funny. Stephen King. He almost said nigga. I read between it. Do black people want to go to black dentists? Well, maybe so. I don't know. Maybe they do want to go to black undertaker. But I mean, what's the difference when you're dead? They don't care who buries you. I mean, what difference does it make once you're dead? You're dead. You're out of here. Whether it's black undertakers or black dentists. I always thought dentists were dentists. I wasn't into black and white dentists, please. They can fix the teeth, cool. They can't, that's cool too. That's kind of a weird question. And coming from Stephen King, that was very strange. It must be, David, it must be your choice. That was weird. He must be a friend of yours. I have the horror man come on and ask the question about a nigga. That was already scary. I wrote a script for Stephen King. I have a Stephen King horror movie, Nigga with a Brain. We'll see how that scared people. Or niggas in school. How about that, Stephen?
Niggas in school, I like that. All right, this is
D. Snyder from Twisted
Dicks, yeah. Okay, here we go.
We're not gonna take it.
Are all their dicks really big, or are some small, some big? Is it a mixed bag, or we just assume they're all hung like horses?
That's funny too. The biggest white boy with the biggest dick is dead. That's John Holmes. He got out of here quick. That's a whole nother story. But I guess brothers do. I mean, brothers are packing. They seem to be packing. I guess that's the way of the world. And that's why you have so many mixed couples. White girl ain't that crazy. How does the old saying go? Once you go black, you don't come back. If you go white, you go running back to black. Ain't that the way it goes? It happens that way. Wasn't Mariah Carey married to a white man? And then they divorced. She was humping on black chairs. She went crazy when she got away from him.
One more?
Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered why black guys shave their heads. I mean, it just seems that they have great hair, and I could never figure out why so many of them shave their heads.
I think bald heads are like a backlash of white people with hair in their face. We just got sick of white people throwing their hair back. So the first bald-headed man I seen was a white man. That was Yul Brynner. And then Kojak was bald-headed. I mean, so the white people kind of made bald heads famous first. And then the brothers just took it over and went crazy with it. But it's good, because it saves the haircuts, because the haircuts were getting too much. See, the niggas ain't that dumb. Haircuts was costing too much. So they said, no, we're just going to go bald and break up all this bull. So now they got spray for the shine. They try to double back and make some money. But bald heads, it's a fad, that's all. It's just a fad. But everybody shouldn't wear a bald head, because some niggas got some ears that is too scary. And they don't even see it. They just think it's a style. Everybody cannot wear a bald head. Let's be realistic. Not everybody. If a few of us can, but not everybody can wear a bald head. It can be very, very scary. Nigga, grow your hair today. Cover up them ears. But then there are those who've had ear jobs. So you guys don't even get into that. I can name them, but I won't do that. They'll get mad at me. They've had those ears clipped. So, you know, it's just a fad. Now, white folks wear bald heads too. You know they're not gonna let a nigga have nothing. When we wore naturals, they took that. They take everything. They took Tina Turner. They took Michael Jackson. They took James Brown. They gave him back. Who else they take? Lionel Richie. Oh, they'll take stuff from you. Can we think of anybody else they took? Because they will take. They won't let us have too much fun. That's what I told some black people the other night at my show. I said, don't get too fond of me, because white folks will come in and take me. They only want niggas to have a little bit of fun. If I get to talking some mess on your show, they'll take your show. They'll fix you too, if you have too much fun. So if you're black and you're around white folks, don't have too much fun. Just grin a little bit. Don't grin all the time, nigga. So just keep your head shaved, keep bald heads. And hey, I think bald heads are cool. LL got a bald head. Who else got a bald head? Help me out. Yeah, they all got bald. They all have bald heads. I was surprised Clinton didn't get a bald head. Okay. All right, good.
Any other words of wisdom you want to give us?
Well, there's no more questions.
No.
Is there any more questions?
Yeah.
We'll get some more.
Who made up the questions?
Huh?
Who made up the questions?
I can hear you.
Who made up the questions?
Who?
Yeah, remember you were talking about that. Who made up the questions?
These questions?
Comment on it, yeah.
No, I said it's probably a combination of David and the white writer, I'm sure of it.
No, I swear to God,
It's these people.
Those people didn't make up this for you.
every
That's
single one.
wild.
Those people made up every one of those? Well, you should have had them all arrested.
Yeah. This is
exactly what I told him. I said,
You didn't tell them to say this?
Not a single word.
I just said we have a team of black experts.
And they start asking.
I
Yeah.
said they'll
That's,
answer any
then it's
question
funny as hell.
you wanna
Then it's
ask,
even funnier.
But I'm afraid to get beat up. And it is.
That is very funny. Including Stephen King?
Including Stephen, he was coming out of a restaurant. Bobcat directed it, so Bobcat was with us. He knows Stephen, and so he asked the.
That's a damn.
Bumping them on the street.
Okay, then it's even funnier.